I'm going to walk you through some of the top ways that people kill or ruin their dogs. One of the first is treating them like a human. So we see a lot of people do this. Their dog gets scared, it gets nervous, they pick it up, they coddle it, they talk to it. That's where little dog syndrome comes from, right? Little dogs are not different than big dogs. Humans create that by the way they treat them. We also see people train their dogs and they talk to them constantly with all these words the dog doesn't understand. When you expect your dog to understand something, it needs to be short and simple. If it's not, it's going to confuse the heck out of them. Another big mistake we see is people not walking their dogs. They say, hey, I've got a backyard, that's good enough. A lot of problems here. One is the dog is never learning structure, right? They're never learning to pay attention. They're never learning to be calm. They're never looking to look to their owner for guidance. They're just roaming around that yard. They might be having fun in the moment, or they could be really bored. Dogs need a lot of time out. They need to smell. They need to explore the world, and they also need to socialize. When your dog stays in the backyard all the time, there's a good chance you're raising a dog that's going to bite someone when it gets the chance. On that note, another big issue we see is not socializing your dog properly and not socializing them at the right time. We have a lot of videos on this topic, but puppies have something called a critical socialization period. It closes at 16 weeks. That means your dog needs to see everything it's going to see in its life by 16 weeks. We're talking people, dogs, cats, buses, trucks, different places, people that look different, people that sound different. If they don't, you're setting yourself up for trouble. Another big problem is when people don't crate train their dogs. Some people think crates are mean. You know what else is mean? Letting your dog be free in the house until it eats something and either dies or needs a major surgery. Dogs do not have the ability, especially when they're young, to make good decisions. If you can't watch your dog 24/7, they need something to keep them safe, and that's the crate. Really important, start early, start when they're young, it's much easier. Your dog needs to see the crate as a safe space and as a calm place, not as a stressor. If you wait too long, you're making it so much harder on them for no reason. Another big mistake people make is not claiming space and not teaching boundaries. This usually comes up at the front door. They don't teach their dog that the boundary means something, the door is open, dog bolts out, and something terrible happens. Teach your dog that boundary, teach them it's a big deal. This is not hard, you just have to do it. Something very similar to that is claiming food and claiming objects that fall on the floor. We do this a lot. Your dog needs to understand when something falls on the floor, they cannot dive bomb it and get it. If it's your steak dinner, it might simply just be annoying. If it's a bottle of Tylenol, it could be deadly for the dog. They need to know when something falls, it belongs to you unless you say differently. Another terrible mistake that is often made is leaving a collar on when the dog is in the crate. Don't do that. You leave the collar on, it is so easy for them to catch it on the side of the crate and choke themselves. The collar is doing no good when they're in the crate anyway, so there's no reason to leave it on. Take it off every single time they're in the crate if they're out of your sight. Another terrible decision to make with your dog is giving them a rawhide. They sell these at pet stores, they seem great. These are a huge choke hazard. So many dogs chew them, they get them soft and gooey, they try to swallow, it gets stuck in their throat. If you're giving your dogs rawhides, be ready to pull them out of the back of the throat. There are so many better things you could give them, like antlers or marrow bones or bena bones. There's so many different things you could do that are not dangerous like rawhides. Another thing we don't suggest is using potty pads for a year and then trying to stop. This is going to frustrate you and it's going to frustrate your dog. It might not kill your dog like some of these other things, but it's going to make you want to kill them when they still go to the bathroom where the potty pad used to be and you've got ruined wood floors. Instead, teach them to go outside like a normal dog. We never use potty pads. Holly, show them what we think of potty pads. Oh my gosh, there's dust everywhere. That's what we think of potty pads. We don't ever recommend them. Another big problem is not performing handling exercises when your puppy is young. We handle their body, we handle their food, we handle their resources. It's really important. So when we do this, we're touching their food and bones, we're checking their nails, or their teeth, their nails, their ears, paws, all of that stuff. The goal is the dog learns to accept this. Another big problem, people do this when the dog is 8 weeks old and they say, great news, my dog's not food aggressive. The problem is not many 8-week-old puppies are food aggressive. They grow into this issue. So you need to keep up handling exercises lifelong. There you have it. Those are some of our top ways that you can ruin or kill your dog. Now, if you want more details, check out our other videos. We have videos on socializing. We have videos on item discernment. We have videos on handling exercises, how to potty train your dog, how to crate train your dog. All of these issues can be fixed, and we have the content on our website and on our YouTube channel for you to do that for free. Check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We want to help you have a great life with your dog.